Hello, and welcome to another unboxing of board game. My name is Pierre. In this week's video, we're going to be taking a look at A Feast for Odin, the Norwegians expansion. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the discovery. And here we go. So A Feast for Odin, the Norwegians expansion. I'm going to go through this video here, maybe highlight some stuff that I see that they've changed, because I know there's been a bit of changes, and what they've added. So yeah, let's start here. Open this up. They give us a new score pad, which is double-sided, which is nice, but no new changes on the score pad. Just added score pads. Let's see. Yeah, no, nothing new there. So this is the expansion. Oh, the first expansion rulebook. Oh, it's not even a rulebook, it's more of a pamphlet. Look at that. I like when there's not a lot of rules added, just more stuff. So we got that there. They give you another one of these boxes to hold your things in, which is very appreciated. Now we'll get to the stuff here. So you'll notice here, these tiles here are, everyone gets one at the beginning of the game, and it's like your personal shed or hut that you can build yourself that no one has access to, giving you more chances for income and more stuff. So that's great. We got some new islands here, the Isle of Man, and also Limerick. I'm sure everyone knows a good limerick. And these are also double-sided as well. Let's take a look. Got the Hermit's Hut and the Ice House. So this one actually requires one of those big hunk of whale meats to be able to put on there, and then a fish there. But then you get that lovely whale oil right there, the mason's shed, and the beekeeper, the whaling hut, and the spinnery, which is great. Also new to the game is horses. So this looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, a 5x2, so a 10 spot, which is nice. And then they can also get pregnant, which is great. 8 points there if they are. And this new tile here, focus, thank you, is now you can actually immigrate your whaling ships. And instead of taking 2 spots, they take up just this 1 spot at the table, which is great. So there you go. Next one here you'll notice is the game board. So instead of being a fold-out 3-piece game board, they've made it kind of modular. You can set it up the way you want, but the biggest difference here is that it's a 3 to 4, and if you flip it on the other side, 1 to 2, giving you less options at 2 players, making it a tighter game. You'll also notice that if you've played the original Feast for Odin, there's only 4 columns, but now they've added a 5th column, and I'll show you the top of what that looks like afterwards here when we get to it. Looks like another mountain strip, which is nice. Some more number 1 foods and some money there. Put that right there. So here is the top of that modular game board. Just take it out of here, because it'll probably fall off anyways. So we still have a place for 1, 2, 3, get a card, 4, play a card. And now at the end here, in the 5th column, is play 1 to 2 people. If you play 2, you can also play a card. But the catch is if you use this 5th column, that it will be your last action of your turn. So if you really wanted to turn a pig into some skin and bones and a slab of meat, well, you better wait till the end of your turn to play that. Speaking of pigs, we'll get to those. Those are a new item in the game as well. So more beans there and some ale. Another one of those ships. So here is another piece of that game board. This would be the middle, and again every piece is 3 to 4 and also 1 to 2 players. I'll let you look at that here. All right, there's this new action here, which is you can craft 1 item, but it has to be of pillage value less than 9, and I'll show that off as well, what they intend for you to do there, which is great. And this is one of the new items. You can tell it's like a C shape or a U shape, I guess, depending on how you hold it. But the great part about this is when you put it on your boards, it's easier to just go around things for the bonuses. As in, if I can get one out of here. Yeah. So let's say this milk, just do that, and then boom, you get a milk, which is great. And the other side of these little tiles are the piggies. Piggies are different. Piggies, they do reproduce, but they don't get pregnant. So if you have 2 pigs at the end during the breeding phase, you just get a 3rd pig. You don't have to wait the extra round to get a 3rd pig. That's why they're worth just 1 point there. Which is great. So a little more oil barrels. Saw those in the original. And rune stones, which are in the original as well. And here we have the horses again. And this is what you'll be able to turn them into if you upgrade them. Turn them into leather, which is very appropriate. And just a big pile of leather, I guess. A big leather carpet. You know, if you want to show off how much you like leather, I guess. And we have 2 more aisles here. I'll take them out. We have Shetland and Bear Island, which I believe Bear Island, I got that in my last game, so maybe these are ones that you're supposed to replace. I'm not sure. I'll read the rules for that. And there's Faroe Isle here, and the Baffin Island as well. Actually, let's take a look here if I remember correctly. Yeah, no, this seems like it's the same one, but they have different iconography on it, telling you need 2 guys in one of these boats. It shows you on the island what you need to do it, which is great. Here we have another island which I will take out. The Isle of Skye. And Wexford. And then we have more of those starting huts. We got the pigsty, which again, you need a pig to place here, and you get that meat every turn, which is great. And a hunting lodge. Here we have an armory and a cowshed. Here we have a lumberjack hut and a barn. Again, only a house. Only a horse can go here. So there you go. More horses. So they're really going all in with the horses here. Lots of horses that you can play with, which is great. I mean, for 6 points and 8 when they're pregnant, that's very, very good. 2 more islands here. Let's go through them. We have Islay and Waterford. And here we have the Outer Hebrides and Kolk. So it seems like a settled island there with all the tents. It's nice. Like I said, more horses there. I've got 2 more. Let me just tip this out so it's easier to get at the bottom of the boxes. Harder to reach. Oh, there's 3 more actually. Okay, so they also give you a new, I guess, shipboard where you keep the ships that you can buy, and here would be for the extra strips so that you can actually send your whalers to go colonize somewhere else, which is great. And I'll just take 2 of these out, and I'll put the board down so you can take a look. So this would be the herbs, and then they turn into the pigs, like I mentioned, and then pigs turn into antlers, which I mean doesn't make all that much sense, but antler pigs, you know, just go with it. And then they turn into a 9 value tool set is what they are. There you go. We have 2 more islands here. One is Iceland and Labrador, which I believe were in the original games, but again, just with the updated iconography there. And here we have Greenland and Newfoundland, which is very nice. And then some more leather and the leather rugs. 1 more of these ships. And here we have some new stuff. This fell out here, but let me just take the board out. So on this board here is where you would place every craftable item that's worth 8 or less than 9, I should say. Less than 9, so this 8, this 7. This one you can pay for, so 8. So these would be on this board, so they would add a second board, because you remember in the original you have that other bigger board with just half, which is only craftable. But these ones are all craftable, and they're under 9 to be able to use that 1 action there, so that's great. New to the game here as well, there's a big anvil, there's a big chainmail, sickle, like I've shown, and a nice sword, a scale, and a frying pan. And then these thingies, or things here, as they call them in the game, so you'll notice these ones do not have the minus symbol, because in the original game, if you couldn't feed all of your Vikings, you would get a minus token each time you couldn't feed them. But this one, this 4 here, is if ever you want to play a card, and you just don't think it's the best card and you're trying to get points for it, or you're not going to play it, it doesn't fit your game style, you can just discard the card and get these tokens instead. So there's 2 4s, which is what you'd probably go for first, then a pile of 3s, and then a pile of 2s. So there you go, and there you have it. Empty box, end of video. I hope you liked what you saw. If you did, even if you didn't, maybe leave me a like, subscribe, comment, leave some questions. I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. And until next time, have a good one.